Welcome, YouTube gang. Alright, you see, the podcast family is still here. The podcast kingdom is still here. Music, we out here DJing. Hold on, let me zoom in a little bit. Alright, let me go ahead and cut this camera around though. If you don't like me, ooh, hold up. Alright. Y'all know I had to hit the jug. I had to hit the jug straight. Alright. I low-key want to let the song play out. You see? But you know what, let me go ahead. It's cool. Let me go ahead and stop it. Let me stop it a little bit. Alright. Now, before we even get back into it, alright, again, thank y'all, my people on... Matter of fact, nah, I'm gonna let the music play for a little bit just before I get into it. Alright. But, hey, my people on podcast, thank y'all so much for sticking with me. Alright. You know, of course, I know it might be a little bit of something just to, you know, getting this whole camera set back up and then, you know, taking a little bit of time to take a break. And for my people on YouTube, I just thank y'all so much as well, because I know that shit, this ain't all in one video, and that don't quite make it the most convenient, but nonetheless though, I mean, you know, it is what it is. And then not only that, but the footage right here, either one of these two cameras is gonna go up on YouTube too. So, you know, this is just in case, what's it called? The like these, you know, these displays, these audios or whatever, mess around and catch more, you know, content and information, you know, than what I was putting out on the camera. Alright? Go hands. Go hands. Are you fancy, huh? Nails done, hair done, everything big. Nails done, hair done, everything big. Are you fancy, huh? Nails done, hair done, everything big. Nails done, hair done, everything big. Are you fancy, huh? Now pause. Let me stop before I fuck around and get too caught up in the song. Okay. Yo. Hey, shit, hell, that's that Throwback Thursday shit, man. That's how we get it. That's how we get it in, man. And speaking of Throwback Thursday, my apologies, because I definitely did not go through and do Throwback Tuesday or Thursday. But y'all still get some shit, man. Oh, yeah, and we're climbing up to 800 videos. So you know what, man? I just, you know. God is good. Father God. Alright, but what's up? What was I about to say? Oh no, we were about to get right back in. No. Before we do that, I just gotta say, I wish everybody's Thursday, even though it's like 10:57 at night, I wish everybody's Thursday is going super bomb, super fantastic. Alright. I hope that your Thursday was way better than your Wednesday. I hope that your, Wednesday was better than your Tuesday. I hope that your Thursday is twice as better than your Tuesday, and it's 3 times as better as your Monday. Alright, and that the rest of your week is super bomb, super fly, and all that other sort of kind of shit. Alright, but you know what? It's cool. We have business to tend to. Alright, so you know what? We gonna tend to it. Alright. So let me go ahead and pull up the third warm-up question. Alright. Third warm-up question. Okay. Okay. What? Oh yeah. This one right here. It comes from, the source is Ponley. I don't quite know if I'm saying it right. Ponley, whatever. It comes from Ponley. Alright. But the topic question is, what are some expectations that you have for yourself? Alright. Again, I'm gonna reiterate. Let me come here. Everybody come here. Alright. You leave your answers, thoughts, questions, considerations any information, leave it down in the comment section below. Leave it in the comment section below. Or if there is no comment section, then guess what? You go ahead and you hit me up in the DMs. Alright? Whether it be on Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter. Before I had to think of all the y'all know which social medias or whatever. I got it all in my description. Alright? But y'all let me know what the fuck y'all are thinking. Alright? Again, this particular question is, what are some expectations that you have for yourself? Don't let me down, people. Alright? Don't fucking let me down. Alright? Now, let me go ahead and get my little 2 cents. Get my little 2 cents, alright? So what are some expectations that you have for yourself? Alright, now over in my notes, I have a couple of things, right? And of course, they're all tied into what I was going on about in the last episode. Excuse me, right? Particularly when it comes to this creation that I created, alright, called the well, the Royal High Table is one of those, and it's you know, one of the entities, excuse me, within this larger creation. But what I am talking about is the color spectrum, right? Damn, I almost forgot my own shit. All right, but no, it's the color spectrum, you guys. And the first thing that I have is always remain a creator, maintainer, developer, sustainer. Always do that. All right, and damn, because this is I'm not. Oh, okay. I'm going to talk more about this in another question, you know, granted that we get that far, because I'm also taking a look at the time, and depending on how long I talk for this question, we may not get to it. But always remain a creator, maintainer, developer, and sustainer. All right, the concept of the color spectrum, although it you know what, I know that it was in the works, right? And of course, I'm the one who created it, but I didn't quite have the full-on vision for it. I didn't have the name for it. The name was something totally different last year. It was totally something different the year before that and the year before that. All right, because really, you know, and it's funny. I love the summers because each summer I have a new idea, new concept that I start putting, you know, I start putting thoughts, considerations, actions behind, and making it something, and essentially bringing it to life. All right, the first what's it called? The first example of it, right, is if you guys check out my blog sites. I know, you know, some of my videos I talk about it, a lot of them I don't, but in some, you know, my blog sites, all of them are the news of the people. All right, and I have several of them. I have a WordPress website, I have a Blogger website, I have a Wix website, and I have a Constant Contact website. All right, but nonetheless, the, you know, all of that, the news of the people, that started back during the summer that I was coming into my freshman year. All right, and that's and although there are many instances, periods where I've been a creator, maintainer, developer, and sustainer. All right, but ever since I graduated high school and moved forward, all right, that's something that, like, I've taken and take it, you know, that's something that I guess I got and took it in greater strides. All right, so, and now that's an expectation that I have for myself. Again, always keep creating, always keep maintaining, always keep developing, always keep sustaining. All right, you know, I mean, we got 101 fucking ideas, and not even that, way more ideas, and what I'm I guess getting my heart, body, mind, soul, you know, whatever, all in order for is, you know what, there are a number of ideas. There are some ideas that should stay in your head, right? But you know what, we have a lot of good ideas, and you know what, we're going to put action into them. All right, well, one, you know what, yeah, we are gonna put action to them. We're gonna put it on one. We're gonna to put it on pen and paper. All right, because we're fucking serious about it, right? And we're gonna take, you know, put action behind it, whatever action that may be. Create websites, create YouTube videos, create podcasts, create a business, create businesses, whatever the fuck that action is. Fucking do it. All right, and then you know what, give a voice to it. Give a voice to it. Articulate it. All right. So you know what? I guess that's all. That is an expectation. Again, I've got no doubt that I've been doing that up to, you know, doing all that, you know, for, if not all of my life, most of my life, or if not even most of my life, some of my life. All right, but nonetheless, that is a now mandatory thing moving forward. All right, knowing and taking into account, knowing what we, and what I mean by we, I mean me and my creations or whatever, and everything that's, you know, encompassed within it or around it or whatever, right? Knowing, you know, basically the story and knowing what we can do. All right, that is a must. All right. And even in relation to it, you know, because these shits are mine. They my shit. All right, you know, these kingdoms, empires, provinces, and any other entities. All right, never leave, never fucking jet. All right, because I'm, you know, for the color spectrum, as I got other grand ideas, y'all. I got other grand ideas, and not only that, even the color spectrum, I'm telling y'all about it. That's not even all of what I have planned so far. That's just what I'm telling y'all about. All right, y'all, yeah, whatever. It's a little something. But what I will say is, it's my shit. All right, I've created, even embodied within it are a bunch of different positions and figures, you know, that I created. But nonetheless, all of it starts. And all this shit, it starts and ends with me. That as it was intended from the inception. All right. But of course, also this is even expanding beyond that. You know, be good, and then I put for the most part. Right. I say be good because, of course, bro, this world has got too many dickheads, too many assholes, too many. I don't even know. Too many bad people, too many bad spirits, too many bad of whatever. Too many bad of whatever you name it. All right. And you know what? We got to fight the good fight, man. Shit. There's always going to be villains. And at some point in time, we're going to be a villain. But fuck it, man. We got to save the day. We got to save the day in some way or capacity. All right. You know, I mean, villains, you know, I guess they got good reasons for being villains. But there's something about being good, of course, that requires rising above something, you know, even though you done been fucked over, you done been screwed over, whatever, you know, whatever negative thing that happened to you, rise above that, keep doing your thing, keep moving forward, keep helping yourself and helping other people. And that's actually my last bullet point right there, you know. So yeah, but I put for the most part because I know that those villains, all right, that be and exist, they not villains for no reason, all right. I mean, shit. They like. I don't. Maybe some villains just wake up and they're just like, you know what? No, I just feel like taking shit from you. I just feel like bullying you, whatever, and all that other sort of jazz. But there are some that, you know, some people that go down the wrong path. They do that shit, you know, with good intention. Hell, the highway to hell was paved on good intentions. All right, and not only that too. It's just life. Life is so complex. Life is so complex. And my apologies, y'all. Shit, I gotta do better. I got my freaking, what's it called, shirt, long sleeve shirt underneath, you know. Nonetheless, I'm still clean. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. But yeah, no, life is too complex to only and always be good. And I know that shit sucks because, I mean, shit, God wants us to, you know, again, be to always strive and, you know, strive to be perfect, even though we will never be perfect. But man, this world is really fucking something. I tell you that much. It's really fucking something. But nonetheless, and I guess this sort of kind of goes in line with what I was talking about this whole time, or what I've been talking about, you know, for this particular question. All right, whenever you get knocked down, always get back up. That's another one too. All right, always get back up, never stay down, because, you know, momentum can push you down, but momentum. How do I want to say this? How do I want to say this? You know what? Seeing it as I'm Big Daddy Drip, I'll use this analogy, right? Water may flow against you, you know, it may flow against you, but, you know, water doesn't always flow in one particular direction. You know, things don't always go in one particular way, one particular move, one particular motion, and all that other sort of shit. So you're gonna have to get back up. You're gonna have to get back up. And one of these times, the air is gonna be on your side. The air is gonna push you forward, push you up. Yeah, it's gonna push you down. It's gonna push you left. But, you know, like I said, it's gonna push you up. It's gonna push you right. You know, it's gonna push you right where you need to be. Right where you need to be. But as far as that right there, I think that's all I have to say for that particular question. And you know what? Do I want to get into this question? You know what? I really like this question. Right now, granted, after I get through with this question, I'm gonna get on to the hot topic, and I'm gonna have to come up with some more questions for the next the Royal High Table after this episode. But you know what? I'm gonna just go through. I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna fill y'all in on this question, right? And this particular question is, what is the happiest event of your life? I know that I don't know if it was last episode. I know probably it was last week, most likely last week, right? One of my questions was, what was the greatest moment you've ever experienced? Right? And this one is, what is the happiest event of your life? And what I'll say, and this is, I guess, I know what the question says, and it comes from Ponley again, but you guys don't necessarily have to have your happiest moment picked out. You just need to have something that's in the conversation. Excuse me. But anyway, right? As far as my response to this question, in which, again, y'all, come here, y'all, make sure that you put your responses in the comment section. In the comment section or in my DMs, all right? I want to hear what you guys have to say, all right? All right. Comprende? Comprende. All right. But no, as far as my response to the question, the themes that, like, I guess that I have is, and I'll incorporate them into, like, my elaboration on these particular areas. I mean, on these particular events. But I'd say 8th grade graduation, what I have, the Christmas of 2008, and then a decade later, the Christmas of 2018, and then the Christmas of 2021. Right? And I know that the Christmas of 2021 hasn't come yet. I'm going to explain that. All right? There's a reason why I put that there. That was intentional. But for the 8th grade graduation, right, what I put down, well, the reason why I designated that as a happy moment. One, I didn't want to repeat too much. Like, there are a number of like events that happened within my life that I've already talked about on camera and, you know, in the podcast, and I've already mentioned, and I could still go through and keep talking about it, but I wanted to try and, like, bring up, I wanted, like, a new fresh example, right? And I'd say the 8th grade graduation, and that's probably also an event that I've already talked a little bit about, but the reason why I picked that out was because that the 8th grade graduation, it symbolized for me the academic, what I call the academic golden age, right? For me, although I'm still, you know, it's not like I didn't wild out in high school and do my thing, and it's not like I'm not wilding out now in college. All right, but middle school was is what I'd consider the academic golden age, just because, you know, granted, I got A's and B's and C's or whatever in elementary school, but in middle school, that's when the pieces clicked together. That's when it seemed as though I finally figured it out, because there wasn't a quarter that I had when I was in middle school when I had anything less than A's and B's. In A's and B's, like, I think there isn't a single quarter that I've had where I had anything less than all A's and a B, or all A's and 2 B's or whatever, right? And not only that, but of those how many will that be? Of those 12, about those 12 quarters that I spent in middle school, right? 10 of those 12 have been straight A quarters. So yeah, that speaks to me of the academic golden age. And not only that, but that we talk about 10 quarters straight, right? Each time straight A, straight A, straight A, straight A, whole bunch of diplomas, whole bunch of certificates, you know, being racked up. And then not only that, but at the 8th grade graduation, right? The whole, like, I think one, because of course you know, us being within the school system, especially the American school system, we've been to a couple graduation award ceremonies, and of course there's always awards given out, right? I didn't get an award when I was leaving elementary school, right? But in middle school, right, I ended up, from what I remember, there was only one person who got, like, I got 12 awards, right? There was, and I guess to put it into perspective, there was only one person who got more than me, and they got 13, right? There was another person who got the same amount as me, and they had 12, and then there was one other person who had 11, and everybody else had, like, at most 9, right? And there's a whole lot of 4s, 5s, 6s, 3s, 2s, or whatever, but nobody got that high, right? So, you know, and that spoke to, you know, just how much work I was putting in, and really how much, you know, to tie into the theme of the shift in trajectory, right? You know, that's when, at least for life, for whatever it is that I needed to do to get by, or to advance within life, it seemed as though I found some formula, and I started fucking executing, right? So, and then not only that though, I put personal progression, because, you know, when I was leaving 8th grade, that's when I noticed, listen, when I was a kid, everybody fucking said that I was annoying, all that other sort of shit. For one reason or the other, there was always something wrong with me. Annoying, you know, loud, weird, I don't know what, clothes, you know, shitty clothes or whatever, or, you know, smell musky and all that other sort of shit. And all that turned around, you know, I'll say this, by the time that I graduated, by 8th grade, all that shit had turned around, right? Or at the very least, most of it. So, but another event that I have the Christmas of 2008, and the reason why I put that, well, one, I remember specifically that year. I always refer to that 2008 2009 year, because that was a good year for me academically, right? But that was the first Christmas where it was the first Christmas that I received a game console as a gift. And then not only that, this wasn't like a Nintendo or whatever, because I had a Nintendo before this, right? but it was like a PlayStation 2. So this is one of them joints that you connect up to the TV, and that was really fucking big and really major for me. I was super excited. I still remember going to fucking GameStop with my younger brother's dad. You know, he ended up buying the PS2. He ended up buying SmackDown versus Raw 2007. I was hoping that we could find 2008, but it hadn't come out. It hadn't came out yet. All right, and not only that, but there was like another WWE game. It was a freaking car game. It was a WWE car game or some shit like that. I rarely. Oh no. Now, that okay? Those two games, and I had Spider-Man, right? So, bro, I still remember that shit like it was nothing. Now, granted, I had a PlayStation. Well, no. There was a point in time where I ended up getting a PlayStation from I don't quite he wasn't a family member. I don't know. I'll probably get more into that later. I'm not but the details of where I got it from sort of kind of who I got it from sort of kind of elude me, but definitely this was like the first Christmas that I ever got like a game console. And funny enough, a decade later, after I've you know, granted, not all of those Christmases and years had I got a game system, but up to the Christmas of 2018, there were a lot. There's a lot in the arsenal right now. There's a lot in the collection. And 2018 was the very last year that I ended up getting. Well, I'll say that I ended up getting a game console. Period. 2018 was the very last time that I ended up getting game console, let alone getting a game console as a gift. And I always viewed that as something because, and even I have it in my notes, is like this is the last time I received a Grand Slam Christmas. Reason why I termed it a Grand Slam Christmas is because, like, I love the games. You know, I love the game console, I love the games, I love the movies, I love all that. But what made it Grand Slam to me was the fact that, okay, right, granted, I'm not even thinking like, okay, well, I want to get the grades because I want the game console. No. It was that, okay, yo, I'm putting in work. One, I'm doing my best to try and to be good and do whatever it is that I'm supposed to do. And in the process of me trying, I'm wigging the fuck out. All right, the grades is I'm going dumb stupid lit with the grades. In some years, in some years, listen, not only are the grades there, but yo, the freaking the extracurriculars is definitely on and popping. All right, there's definitely a whole lot of notables and quotables. All right, so it's bam that, not getting in trouble. Basically, all the negative shit that's not supposed to be done, you know, I haven't done that. And then, you know, whatever stuff that I'm doing around, I'm taking care of the chores and basically doing whatever it is that I'm supposed to. What's asked of me, right? So, and then not only that, the you know, this 1, 2, 3, 4, and then bam, number 5, you got a game console, and then you got a games, and then movies. So bam, perfect 7 for 7, perfect, right? So for me, that was those Christmases were pretty grand, all right. And ever since that year, I haven't been able to, just because the money went towards, you know, again, obviously college and all that other sort of shit. Now, you know, there is and this is sort of kind of connected to, you know, the Christmas of 2021, because I don't quite know how these next couple of months are gonna go, right? You know, now granted, I'm gonna keep doing my best to make sure that, you know, hey, I keep doing my thing when it comes to the grades. I keep doing my thing when it comes to, you know, when it comes to my jobs. And keep doing my thing when it comes to these extracurricular, you know, to these student organizations. Doing my thing when it comes to, you know, helping out. I'm talking about like with the actual local city government. All right, because I'm really trying to pull some shit off. You know, keep doing my thing when it comes to these podcasts, when it comes to the YouTube channel, when it comes to the blogs, when it comes to the music. All right, so for this particular Christmas, I'm gonna try to do my best to make sure that I like this Christmas. This like I spent a couple years where it wasn't a grand slam. This is gonna be special because I'm gonna have the money to make that shit happen. All right, and you know, and give myself a grand slam champion. And